Okay, so for class overview, I know you have probably done one of the force specific classes already. We've had Kristen and Scott from Edmonton, I know, take us through some classes, and I know a number of other bases have, and they've all been phenomenal videos. So hopefully I can still add some new pieces of knowledge for you, some new exercises potentially, and either way help you excel with your force test when you get back to work. So this class is tailored specifically for CAF members, like I described in the disclaimer. So if you're not sure what a force test is, that is why. But basically the force test is made out of 4 components. So we have the rushes, we have the sandbag lifts, we have the intermittent lower shuttles, and the sandbag drag. So based off of those 4 components is how I am basing the class. So we're going to start off with a warm-up, then we're going to go into a strength section that is basically just going to focus on some glute activation and some core development, just because having evaluated a number of force tests, I have seen where maybe people are lacking. So we just want to make sure that we're touching on that, building some strength up there. So that's where we're going to start with strength, and then we're going to go into a more conditioning kind of strength still workout. It's going to be an EMOM, so every minute on the minute for 25 minutes. And then we're going to finish with the cool down. So that's what you have to look forward to. All right, so for equipment that you're going to need today, I have a few options for you. First off is a nice duffel bag. You can use a rucksack, whatever you have for you, and then just fill it up with some weight. So the sandbag that's used in the force test is 45 pounds or 20 kilos. So keep that in mind. If you want to work kind of closer to that range, that would be fine. And if you don't have that kind of weight around, that's fine too. If you have a sandbag, feel free to use that, or a sack of potatoes. Yeah, those would all work. But I'm going to be using a duffel bag. So what I did is I put a blanket on the bottom, and then a bunch of books and textbooks, and then another blanket on top, just so that it's fairly soft, because we will be using it fairly dynamically, and it should be fairly movable. So something too stiff might not be ideal. Okay, so you saw I have weight and it is full. Excellent. Just going to tuck the straps so that they're not in the way. Another option, if you don't have a bigger bag, that's totally fine. If you have a backpack, you could honestly load it. I have laundry detergent here. Yeah, again, I would kind of stuff it maybe with some pillows or blankets or something, just to keep it a little bit softer. Just make sure it holds on tight, doesn't spill. So that's another option there. So I'm going to be using this. And then just another thing, make sure you have some water, nice and handy. Hopefully you'll need it. Just kidding, you will. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to go into a bit of a warm-up. So we're going to start off nice and light. We're going to go with some hip openers. So you're going to bring your knee up and out to the side. Up and out to the side, alternating legs. Good. I don't know if you guys have been doing any of the yoga that we've been promoting, but Adrian, one of our instructors, has a really phenomenal YouTube channel called Namaste at Home Yoga, and I was doing her hip easer. I'm sorry, Adrian, I messed up the title. Anyways, it was a great way to start my day. So if you need a little bit extra help to loosen up, I definitely recommend checking that out. Okay, we're gonna go into some alternating toe touches. So opposite hand, opposite foot, swings up to touch. Again, depending when you're doing this and how stiff you are, you might need to keep it a little bit lower to start. Maybe reach for your knee or your shin if you can. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Good. Okay, next we're going to go into everyone's favorite, the inchworm. So you're going to start out nice and tall. Hopefully I fit on the screen. You're going to lower down, keeping your back fairly straight. If you need, you can bend, your back is going to stay straight, but you can bend your knees to reach down to the floor. You're going to walk your hands out to a nice plank position, and then you're going to walk your feet in towards your hands and stand up. So that's 1. We're going to go for 10 if I can count. We'll see. Another thing to note, I am not wearing shoes. partially because I prefer not to if I can, which obviously you really can't in a gym, but I'm in my home, so I can pretty much do whatever I want, which is great. But you are definitely more than welcome to wear shoes, especially depending on the surface that you have. I have a nice carpet. I just get nice and sweaty, but you know, that's okay. I feel like I'm off the screen for about half of this. My apologies. And if you're keeping track, that's awesome. If you've recognized that I have lost track, you are correct. I'm going to do one more. Pretend this is 10. Excellent. Okay, next one we're going to do is some lunge and T-spine twists. So I know Rich had a world's greatest stretch yesterday. This is kind of like a modification of it. So you're going to lunge down. Your back knee can be on the ground. From here, your hands are going to go on the inside of that foot. And then you're going to bring your elbow as close as you can to the ground. And then you're going to twist open. Try to stack your shoulders. And then back down. So elbow comes down as close to the ground as it can. And back up. I'll count this one. So 2 more. Good. And one more. Elbow as close to the ground as you can. Good. And then you're going to go into a nice tall high plank. And we're going to switch sides. Other foot comes over. Back knee drops. So again, same thing. Elbow closest to that foot comes down. And then go on to the other hand. Twist open so that your shoulders are stacked. And then back down. 2. So we're going to go for 5 here. 3. 4. And 5. Good. All right, standing up out of that one. We're going to go into some bootstrappers. So with these ones, your feet are going to go outside of your hips, fairly wide, toes pointing out. From here, I'm going to grab my toes, so my hands are underneath my feet, and then I'm going to squat down to a full depth squat. So from here, I'm going to press out on my knees, so my arms on the inside of my knees. So I should feel a nice little stretch in here. Get cozy. God, we won't hold all of them this long. So from here, chest is straight. I'm going to now extend my legs so that my legs are straight, and I should feel a stretch in the back of my legs. All right, that's 1. Going back down, sink as low as you can, staying in your heels, and back up. 2. Down, keeping my back straight, chest open. 3. 4. If I count out loud, then I count. So bear with me. 5. Good. Chest is straight, open. 6. Should start to be feeling a little bit looser. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. 1 more. All the way up. Good. And stand. Good. Okay, we're going to go through 2 sets of a more specific warm-up to what we're going to be doing for your EMOM. So, first one is going to be a step back to plank to stand. So you might get a hint of what's coming. So for this one, hands come down. I'm going to step back, nice tall plank, and then I'm going to step forwards and stand. So you can switch legs if you want, or do the same one, because I have great memory of what I just did. Okay, we're going to do 2 more. And 1 more. Good. Okay, next we're going to do some body weight squats. So feet just outside of hips, toes pointing slightly out. I'm going to send my hips back and down. I'll show you from the side. And from the front again. 4, 1 more. And 5. All right, some good mornings. Warm with the back of the legs a little bit more. You're going to have your hands on your hips. The legs are going to stay fairly straight. Back is straight, chest is up. I'm gonna hinge forwards. Again, trying to keep my back as straight as I can, not letting it slouch. Nice and straight, and back up. Lower down, should feel stretches back on my legs, and up. 2 more. Good. Okay, next we're gonna go into some lunges. So again, because of my space and my screen, I'm gonna do them stationary, but you can move around, do what you want. We're just doing 5 per side. So with this one, you're gonna step forwards, try to get that front shin vertical, and then back knee just taps the ground, not too aggressive. And then stand back up. You can do reverse ones if you would rather, or forwards ones. So go ahead and join me. We're going for 10 total, 5 per side. Front shin, vertical. Good. Warming up the legs. I think we're at 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, and next we're gonna go into some high knees. So very basic, you've probably done them before. Getting your knees up past your hips. In a run, we're just gonna do 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Do that one more time. So starting with our step back to plank. So hands come down, step back, up, stand. In this plank position, I'm not slouched, and my hips aren't in the air, so I'm in a nice plank. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back into our body weight squats. So feet just outside of hips, toes pointing out. 2 more. Good. Good mornings again. So hands can be on your hips. Soft bend your knees. Hinge forwards. And stand it up. Good. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And then it's for lunges again. So again, you can do walking, forwards, or reverse. 5 per side. And 1 more each side. Good. Okay. High knees, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, so grab some water, and we're going to go through what our strength portion is. Okay, perfect. Okay, so for this part, you don't need any of your weights unless you want to. Otherwise, it can just be body weight. It's totally fine. So we're going to start with 2 movements, a 20-second glute bridge hold, and then 20 reps of glute bridges. So we're going to do 3 sets of that with a 30-second rest in between each. So when you're ready, come join me on the ground. Okay. So from here, I want to roll my shoulders down and back just slightly. Hands are on the ground. From here, I'm driving through my heels to bring my hips up as high as I can, tucking my pelvis, keeping my core engaged, and squeezing my glutes at the top. So here, we are going to hold for 20. So everyone's in this position, squeezing your glutes. Good. Good, core is engaged still. 10 more seconds here. Good, 2, 1, and then we're gonna do 20 reps. So butt touches the ground and then drive all the way up to full extension. That's 1, 2, go for 20. Go at your own pace. I'll meet you at the end. 10. Just so you know I'm counting. Good. Again, pressure should be through your heels, so you can feel a little bit more in your hamstrings and your glutes. And 1 more. Good. All right, 30-second rest. So again, the intention of this one is that you should be feeling your glutes. We want them activated and ready to go for our EMOM workout. Plus, just building up the strength in them so that when you're doing your force test, you will use less of your back, because that is probably one of the complaints I hear a lot of. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and bridge up. So squeezing your hips, keeping them nice and high, driving through your heels a little bit more so you're feeling it in your hamstrings. Get 10 more seconds here. All right, 3, 2, 1, and right into your 20 reps. So down, all the way up. Full range of motion, not a raise. Make sure you're hitting full extension, squeezing your glutes at the top. Good, driving through your heels. And 10 more. Last 5. One more. Good. All right. Another 30-second rest. And then we'll do it one more time. Hopefully you guys are feeling it. I know I'm really feeling it, but partially because of my workout yesterday. I'm gonna blame it on that. Okay, another 20 seconds. Grab water if you need. Again, if you have music, feel free to play it. Yep. I just get to listen to me breathing heavily. So I would suggest music. Okay, 5 seconds. I'm gonna do that one more time. 3, 2, and 1. Bridge up, squeezing your glutes, driving through your heels. So pressure is more on your heels than it is your toes. Good. Another 10. 2, 1, and right into your 20. 1, 2, 3. So again, full extension, down all the way up. Make sure your knees are still tracking out relatively, not collapsing in. If you need a band or if you want to place a weight on your hips, that's an option as well. I think I lost track. I think I have 3 more. Good. Awesome. Okay, 30-second rest. We're going to go into a next 2-parter. So we're going to do bird dogs and dead bugs. So I'm going to show you what a bird dog looks like. So with this one, you're going to be on all 4s. Hope you can see this. So my back is nice and straight. So from here, I'm going to have my opposite hand and my opposite leg extend. What I don't want to see is your back arch and collapse. I want you to keep your core engaged. And then from there, driving your leg out and arm forwards. So your leg doesn't have to be super high. It might be lower. That's okay. So we're going to be switching sides. You're going to do 1, 2, for a total of 10. Okay. And then we're going to go into dead bugs, which if you saw our post yesterday, actually I just shared it, but Kevin, our reconditioning staff, he posted a really good video just about the dead bug. So I'll show you what it is. If you want another tip, you can watch his video. It's great. So you're going to be on your back. Basically the same setup, except for reverse. So you lay on your back, opposite arm, opposite leg extends down. But I'm keeping my back pressed into the ground. I'm not letting it arch. So that's what his video is about. It's really good. And then back to center, and then extend, and then back in, okay? So we're working, again, on core stability there. So 5 per side for both of those movements. We're going to do the same thing, 30-second rests 3 times. So, starting with your bird dog. All right, shoulders are stacked above my wrists. My back is engaged, or my back is straight. My core is engaged. So from here, opposite arm, opposite leg, extends, back to the ground. Switch sides. 2. Good, so this one should be slow and controlled. Should not be rushing through it. So if my face is different than yours, feel free to pause the video. And I really apologize about my counting. Apparently I'm not good at counting and talking. Go figure. Okay, we'll say that was 10. Then you go laying on your back. Same thing. Knees are stacked above your hips. Arms, wrists are stacked above my shoulders. Opposite arm, opposite legs. Extend. Keep my back pressed into the ground and back up. 3, 4, 6. Back is still pressed in. Again, don't rush through this one. You can go slower. Good. One more. Good. All right. 30-second rest. And then we're going to go through that again 2 more times, starting with the bird dogs. Grab some water if you have it. Good. Feel free again, if you have questions as we're going through this, add it in the comments, shoot us a message. We will try to respond to you as fast as we can. Okay, back to bird dogs. So, wrists, shoulders are stacked, knees are stacked below your hips. There we go. Opposite arm, opposite leg, extends, and back down. Extends, and down. Good, the core is being engaged. I'm activating my glutes as well, and my back is not arching. Good. If I counted right, this is my last one. Good. All right. And onto your backs. Knees stacking above your hips. Arms, shoulders stacked. Yep, wrists stacked above your shoulders. Okay. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Extends and back to center. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back is still pressed in. 9 and 10. Good. Okay. One more time. Grab some water. Good. I apologize if this is awkward because it's weird talking to a camera and not real people. So bear with me. It keeps it entertaining for me and for you. Okay, hopefully you guys are getting nice and warm because I can feel myself sweating. Okay, 5 seconds. Hands stacked below my shoulders, opposite arm, opposite leg. Extends. Switching sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, onto your backs. Knees stacked above my hips and alternating, keeping my back pressed into the ground. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, grab some water. And I'm going to go through what our workout is going to be. Hasn't been your workout the whole time. Just kidding, it has. It is more force-specific work. So, we're going to go through 5 different stations. One of them is a rest station, so you're in luck. First one is going to be related to your rushes. So, what it's going to look like is a hand release burpee. So, clearing a little bit of room. What's going to happen is I'm going to have an imaginary line that I am touching, and I'm going to drop down, chest touches the ground, hands lift like you do for the force test, pressing up, and then either jumping up or stepping up, and then if you want, You can turn around, pretending that you're at the transition part. And then again, touch, drop, hands up, and switch, touch, drop, hands up, step up if you would rather. So all you're doing is 8 of those. So you have 60 seconds. Sorry, I did not explain what an EMOM is. So every minute on the minute. So starting at minute 0, you have till 60 seconds to do 8 reps. So probably won't take you a whole minute. If it does, that's okay. But the faster you go through it, the more rest you get. It's also going to get your heart rate up nice and fast. So that is the first one. Second one, we're going to go through some technique. So anyone that knows me in the gym, I quite enjoy Olympic lifting. So if you have done a clean before, you're in luck. That's what we're going to be doing. If you haven't, that's okay too, because A, we're not going to be using super heavy weight, and it's not a barbell, so that's okay. But what I like movement for is that it teaches you how to be explosive, and you're going to be keeping, hopefully, really good form with using your hips, using your glutes, and keeping your spine straight. And you're being nice and explosive with your hips as well, which is important on our sandbag lifts. It is a 45-pound sandbag, so the more you can use your hips for it, and the less that you're pulling with your back. I know it's 30 reps, so I've seen it. Everyone starts out semi-decent, and then you get really tired, and then you're lifting it up like this, and then you're pushing it in, and then you're complaining about your back, and that's not the point of the test. The test is not supposed to try to wreck you. It's as good as you are. So find a weight that is gonna work for you. I also have a pillow, so even if it's not going to be a ton of weight, we are doing 15 reps of this one. So basically, you would just be doing squats. So a pillow is fine as well. So what it's going to look like is, I'm going to show you what it is and we'll break it down. So basically it's a duffel bag clean. So from my shins or from the ground, I'm going to pull up and shrug, and then I'm going to drop underneath and catch it in a squat, so a front rack squat. So in faster motion, it's going to look like this, and with a little bit more weight, it is going to look like this. And back down. And back down. So again, that's why I recommended having some blankets or pillows in there so that you don't completely destroy yourself. Yeah. Okay. Yes. We're going to go through that again. So you go ahead and grab the weight that you have or the pillow, whatever you want to start with, just to learn the technique of it. Yes. Okay, so from here, you're going to start at mid-shin, and I'm just going to have you stand it up and shrug your shoulders. So standing up and shrug. Back down and shrug. So I'm getting nice and explosive with my hips, squeezing my butt at the top, and shrugging my shoulders. So from here, I'm going to be shrugging, and then I'm dropping underneath and catching the pillow, whatever you have. So again, stand and shrug, and drop underneath. Stand and shrug, and drop underneath. Okay? So if you are like, that was really confusing, Sarah, I don't want to do that, I have no idea what you said, then I would rather if you just hold your weight in the front and squat down and up. So just basically do a front-loaded squat. That is totally fine. If you are up for the challenge, or if you've done these before, you'll know it jacks up your heart rate pretty good. And it just teaches, again, how to be explosive, which I think is so important in your sandbag lifts, especially if you're going for an incentive level and you're cruising through those pretty fast. So, okay, so we're gonna do 15 reps of that, or 60 seconds, whichever you hit first. Again, the faster you work through it, the more rest you get. So, you know, pace accordingly. The next we're going to be doing is a lunge in the very specifically towards training for the intermittent loaded shuttle. So, the intermittent loaded shuttle, you have 3 options. You can either hold the sandbag at your side, like a suitcase. You can hold it cradle, the front rack, or on your shoulder. So, I usually do the force test with it on my shoulder because I find it's just easier. But you can play around with it. We're doing 5 rounds of this workout. So, yeah, so choose whichever works for you. Okay, so for this one, say I have it on my shoulder. I'm gonna be in a low lunge. So I'm never quite fully standing up all the way. So you're gonna feel a little bit more of a burn in your quads. So you're gonna be doing, we're doing 40 seconds. So 20 seconds on one side. What I would recommend is doing for the first round, all of it on your right side, next round, all of it on your left side, and then the very last round, we'll switch half and half. So, or if you want to do it all on the one side, when I do the force test, I just do it all on the one side, so totally up to you there. Okay, and the fourth one is a front rack march. So again, holding pillow, backpack, or the beloved duffel bag, and then from here, I'm just marching. So I'm getting my knees up past my hips. Good. Keeping my core nice and engaged. I don't want to be pulling back in if that's the case. Either you're not engaging your core or you have too heavy of a weight. So change one of those. Engage your core, for sure. And then if you have to decrease weight, that's fine too. Okay. So we are, and then the last round, the fifth exercise is a whole 60 seconds of rest. So really it's just 4 minutes of work max and a minute of rest 5 times. Okay? Okay, so we're gonna start with hand release burpees. 1 for 8 of them. I'm just gonna start my timer. So I'm using an app today called Tabata Timer. Sorry, you can't see me. Yeah, so if you wanna use your own, that's totally fine too. You can literally just use a stopwatch. It's 60 seconds. So whatever works for you. Okay, so we got 9 seconds. And that's gonna beep. We're gonna start with our hand release burpees. So 8 of them, and then rest. 2, 1, touch, drop, hands up, jump up, turn around, touch, drop, hands up, 2, touch, drop, hands up, 3, touch, drop, hands up, 4, touch, drop, hands up, 5, touch, drop, 6, touch, drop, 7, touch, drop, and 8. Okay, got 25 seconds to rest. Get ready for our beloved squat cleans or front squats, whichever you want to use. Okay, 10 seconds. Hopefully I have your music cranked so you can't hear me breathing. That would be ideal for both of us. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Grabbing your big shrug, dropping under, stand, back down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, you're gonna have to hustle through those to get it done in time. We got 10 seconds. Some low lunges. Oh man, okay. All right, 3, 2, 1. And we're going here for 40 seconds. So not quite standing. Nice and crouched. Legs are probably burning. That's good. We're halfway. 20 more seconds. 10. Almost there, guys. 2 and 1. That was good. Okay, front round march. Front, rack, cradle carry, march. In 10 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. And go. I didn't tell you our time. 30 seconds. Good. Knees up to hips, core is engaged. Nicer, guys. Can you see me? Good. 10 seconds. You need to slow the heart rate and step it out. You can. Keep your knees up, nice and high. 2, 1, rest. Okay. So basically we got a nice minute and a half rest. That was set 1. We only have 4 more. That's great. Okay. So if you need to make any modifications, if you notice that round was like really hard, definitely do. So whether that's changing up, ignore that. Now we have our minute rest. If it's changing up the hand release burpees, so you're only doing 5 reps, then that's good. You also, can just slow down the intensity of it, so you're dragging it out a little bit longer. So, yeah, I'm a little bit like Shelly. If you watched her workout the other day, we have like 1 speed and it's fast, but I'm trying to slow it down so that I can talk still. So, that's the goal. Okay, 30 seconds. We're gonna start at the top. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to add a comment. This is not live, so feel free to stop, pause, rewind, fast forward if you want. This is your workout. You do you. Okay, 12 seconds. We're gonna get into that hand release burpees. Again, you don't have to turn around if you don't want to. I find that it's something that I want to practice for my force test is the quick transitions. All right, and go. Touch, drop, hands up, and switch sides. Touch, drop, hands up, and again. Touch, drop. 5, touch, 6, touch, 7, touch, and 8. That was faster than last time. Woohoo! Okay. Next one is our beloved squat cleans. Yeah, 15. It's half the amount of reps that you have to do for the sandbag lifts. So, consider that your gift from me to you with love. Okay, 3, 2, 1. 15 reps. That one's fun. Good job. If you're still going, keep going. You got 12 seconds for this minute. And then our low lunges. Okay, other side. All right. For 40. If you want, you can fully stand up. If you need a little bit of rest on your legs. If not, keep it low. 20 seconds. Good, feel that burn. It's good for you. 12 more seconds here. Good. Keep pushing. 3, 2, and 1. Good job, guys. Okay. Then we got some front rack marches. 10 seconds. All right, going for 30. And then we get to rest. All right. Knees knees up, or just hold it and try to move in place. So I don't think I mentioned this. This is mimicking your drag because you'll be holding in this carry, front rack, carry, curly carry, 10 seconds, and you'll be pulling it backwards as fast as you can, as long as you keep moving. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good, guys. Okay, set 2 is done. Doing great. Only 3 more. And don't quit on me now because I'm doing this workout with you. It is great. Look how sweaty I am. Oh man, and red. Yeah, too bad you can put a filter on a video. Maybe you can. That'd be nice. Okay. This is 4-minute rest. Woohoo! Okay. Breathe. Keep moving. Do what you gotta do. A couple things. I know PSP across Canada are doing these live classes, which is so awesome. So you guys have access to all of the bases. Look at their Facebook pages. There is a link on CAF Connections / virtual fitness, I believe is what it's called. Yes. 30 seconds. So they have the whole schedule basically from like 7 a.m. in Newfoundland till, actually no, what time? 7 p.m. I think in Vancouver is how long the classes run. So you have a lot to choose from like flexibility, HIIT classes, yoga, force specific. So yeah, definitely take advantage of it. You got the time, hopefully. Okay, back at the top. And go. Touch, drop, hands up. Touch, drop, hands up. Keep it going, guys. Touch, drop, hands up. Nice fast hand release. 6, 2 more. Touch, drop, hands up. 1 more. Hands up. Good. If you're still going, keep at her. Try for that 8. That's how many touch and drops you have to do for the rushes. But we just don't have to run in between because I don't have the space. If you do, I'd love to take advantage. Okay, 10 seconds. We're gonna go into those squat cleans with our duffel bag, our sack of potatoes, whatever you got. Okay. Going, guys. Nice job. Knees tracking over your toes. Keeping that back nice and straight. Nice job, guys. Keep it going. You got 20 seconds. You haven't done your 15. Nice job. 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1. Back at that first side. So if you need, stand up all the way. Slow down your pace. Get your breathing under control. That's okay. Or get that burner. Keep nice and low. Got 20 more seconds here. Stick with it, guys. Don't give up on me. I am doing it with you. So, if you need encouragement, just hear how hard it is for me to breathe. Good. 3, 2, 1. You're really killing it. You're doing great. This is as much encouragement for you as it is for me. Okay, front rack marches in 7. Okay, 2, 1. Grab your weight, front rack, Knees above your hips, core is engaged. Move it fast, or move it slow. Just try to keep moving. Good, core is engaged. Knees getting up past your hips. Just thinking about that drag and how bad you want to pass this test. Do well. Get into that incentive level. Good. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice work, guys. Okay, that's 3 rounds done. 2 more to go. Try to keep moving. Good. Grab some water for sure. If you need a pee break, go ahead. You can pause this video. So, like I said, make this workout yours. If you don't need this rest, then you are not pushing hard enough. Just kidding, but not really. But you could also fast forward if you want. You can start right now, but we got a minute rest. So I'm gonna take it. Yeah, okay, great. All right, another thing to talk about is, I can't read my notes. Oh, I wanted to do a shout out to Mel. She is our lovely behind the scenes for all of our videos on social media, and they look so good, and I am very not tech savvy, so I'm so grateful for her. So yeah, if you want to give a little shout out at the bottom in the comments, say thanks Mel, you're great with videos. Maybe she can make me look less sweaty and less red. Then she should win like an award for, I don't know, social media queen. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is really weird doing social media, like this video by myself. Yeah, my mom is probably thinking I'm crazy talking to myself, but I'm not. You're there. You're listening. Okay, back to the top and release. Burpees. Good. Touch and drop. And release. Touch, drop. And release. Touch, drop. Good job, guys. Keep it going. You're not near 8. Keep pushing a little bit harder. Almost there. 20 seconds. Our beloved squat queens. I'm just going to say that every time because they're so much fun. I'm going to do it this way. You have to look at my face. I apologize in advance for the weird expressions. Okay. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, big stretch, guys. Almost there. Keep pushing. Good. Yeah. I mean, the faster you go, it probably hurts, but then you're done. Okay. 10 seconds, a little lunge, other side. If your legs are killing you, opt out for no weight. That's okay. Still workout. Or if you need, again, stand it up, slow it down if you need, or keep it going nice and low. The low and go. It's gonna crush your forceps once you get back. Nice job, guys. 15 seconds. Almost there, guys. Good. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Yep. Good job. Okay. Front rack march. You guys are killing it. Make sure you're drinking lots of water, giving yourself a pat on the back. Back. 2, 1. Okay. And up. job, guys. Again, make this yours. If you want, hold that weight, walk in place. That's okay. Or get those knees up. Nice and high. 12 more seconds. Core is engaged. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, now we get to rest. All right, you're lucky I have a timer that's counting based off of how good my counting was earlier. Again, my apologies. But I say this because, shout out to Adrian if you're watching this, because today you were counting and you said 3 seconds. It was like a plank, need an elbow. Don't worry guys, we got in there rest. Anyways, and she was like, yeah, and hold 3. And already I'm at 1, 0. And she's like, 2. I'm like, these are the longest 3 seconds of life. 1, good. Yeah, and she's so smiley. It's so nice. And she is lovely. But I can tell you, you can't blame me for the counting of the time because I got a timer. Okay. That was my rant. I love you, Adrian. You're great. And honestly, guys, check out her yoga. It's phenomenal. There are so many options. Shorter classes, longer classes, chest openers, shoulder openers, hips, legs, back. We are sitting probably a little bit more than normal. So keeping nice and mobile is really important. Okay, 10 seconds, back to the top. Final round. This time, handle these burpees. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Touch and drop. The last time, guys. Make this your fastest one. 2, 3. Touch, drop. Hands up. 4. I think. 5. 6. Touch, drop. 7. And 8. Hopefully I counted right. I feel like I might have not. Guys, I'm the worst at this. I'm sorry in advance. I promise I do count. Usually, I think it's just the stress of the video. So, you guys are doing great. You have to just count your own reps, so don't worry about me. Okay, our duffel bag squat cleans. And 15 or 15 squats. Last one, guys. Big shrug, high pull. Almost there, guys. I know. I feel like you. How many left? That was my last one. Keep going. If you're not done, do your 15. You got it. All right. 10 seconds. It's our last time with these longos. So we're going to switch out halfway onto the other side. So push through it, guys. Last round. Five more seconds, and then we're gonna switch sides. All right, switch, and keep going. Nice job, guys. 10 seconds. Push through it. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Done. You guys are doing so good. So good. Okay. One more front rack march in 10 seconds. And then we get to cool off. Okay. 2, 1. And front rack. March it out. Keeping that core engaged. Knees getting up, nice and high. Good. Keeping that big, or potatoes, whatever you got, close to your chest. Let's go, guys. It is your last 12 seconds of your entire workout. So let's keep it going. Pick it up, you got it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, you should feel very accomplished right now because that was good. That was challenging. Exactly what I wanted it to be. I'm not disappointed. So I hope you aren't either. Grab some water, walk around, keep moving. As much as you want to just lay down right now, don't lay down right now. Keep that blood pumping. Ignore my timer. It's gonna go for another minute and then we're gonna get into a nice stretch. Okay. All right, I might be cutting this a little bit close to time. So we're gonna get right into our stretches. So if you need to leave because you have to do something, totally fine, but do try to get a little bit of a stretch in. Just a little bit of something. Okay, so to start, you're gonna stretch out the back of your legs. So nice and wide with your legs, soft bend your knees, and a hinge forwards. Good. Nice long, slow breaths. Try to slow down that heart rate. Again, if you haven't cooled down a ton, because we kind of rushed into the stretches, you might not want to drop your head below your chest. So if you're feeling dizzy, just keep it nice and tall, hinge forwards. Good. So you should be feeling a stretch in the back of your legs here. Good. All right, we're going to take a seat on the ground. We're going to go into a nice quad stretch. So you're going to bring one leg behind you. So you can place it on the ground if you can. If it's not very comfortable, you can grab it with your hand. From here, you should feel stretch in the quad. So if you don't, you can lean down onto your elbow. If you want a little bit deeper stretch, and you can keep your knee on the ground. You can lay all the way down. But if your knee comes up, you don't have the mobility. So just land it here. You're probably still feeling a stretch. And that's good. Awesome. We're gonna switch sides. Other side, foot comes behind you. Lean back onto your elbow if you can. If your knee stays, you can go all the way down onto your back. So if you're like me, you might find that you have some imbalances, unfortunately. And I can feel it, so it's a little bit tighter. So I'm not gonna be able to go as low. That's okay. Still feel stretch. That's all right. Good. Excellent. Okay, next, if you have a wall close to you, I'd encourage you to use it because it might help you get into this one a little bit more. Otherwise, you can also do this one laying on your back. So what you're gonna do is your foot is gonna cross above your knee. If you're against the wall, your back is gonna be nice and straight. And if you can bring your foot in closer to you. You know, really feel this one for sure if you're sitting against a wall. You can also do this one laying down and pulling that knee in towards your chest, pressing your knee away from you. So you should be feeling it into your glutes, into your hips. Again, you do this one sitting against a wall as well. Good, that feels nice. Excellent. Good. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Switch sides. If you're tuning in when this is aired on Friday, happy Good Friday. And if you're watching this another day, hopefully you're having a great day, and hopefully you're having an even better day now that you've got a nice sweat on. Hopefully you're feeling encouraged, A, because you just conquered a great workout, and B, because you're doing something in prep for your first test. So if you've been a little bit nervous about that coming up, and then now you don't have access to a gym, you might have been stressing a little bit about it, but yeah, honestly, the PSP resources that we are sending out to you guys through our social media pages are phenomenal. So all across Canada, all of the bases are taking part. So definitely give everybody a follow. If you do this workout, take a nice sweaty selfie, and I would love to see it. Leave your feedback. I would love to hear it, and we'll see you next week. Awesome. All right, take care.